Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. The Kingdome is taking bids to sell brand-name products at its concession stands. They've narrowed one category down to either milk of magnesia or Pepto-Bismol. State officials say that overcrowding at Evergreen State College is lowering the quality of education. As examples, officials point to a number of recent graduates who could not tie-dye a shirt or properly toss a frisbee. Meanwhile, at the University of Washington, a new fraternity, Alpha Kappa Lambda, says that instead of hazing, they will treat their pledges to French dip sandwiches. Ironically, Alpha Kappa Lambda is replacing another frat that got in trouble for giving its pledges lamb sandwiches. According to Campbell Soup, Seattle is the top consumer of its cream of mushroom soup. Spokane is the biggest consumer of a soup called cream of what was left over after we cleaned out the vats. Local charity organizers are warning against bogus charities with sound-alike names. The Progressive Animal Welfare Society says to beware of a group calling itself Stuart Anderson's Black Angus Animal Welfare Society. The city wants to train 25 master composters. Right now, most of the composters have no training other than the skill needed to drive away quickly from a vacant lot late at night. A Canadian pulp mill used to try to scare sea lions away from its facilities with firecrackers and rubber bullets. Now they're inviting the public to a sea lion festival. With enough Canadians and enough beer, the rubber bullets may not be necessary. In Seattle, some Canadian geese will be moved to eastern Washington because they make a mess around here. Apparently, the Department of Ecology figures if they make a mess in a place like Moses Lake, who's going to notice? This week, Mariner catcher Dave Valle signed for $3.6 million. It sounds like a lot for a mediocre player, but the Mariners think it's worth it because, as it turns out, he's also the guy in the moose outfit. Lake Washington school district officials say they won't pay their teachers for staying overnight at the school with students during December's snowstorm. However, the administration said it will pay itself overtime for meeting to discuss the issue. Finally, Washington State University has decided to tear down 4 of the most historic buildings on campus. Opponents have organized a movement to save the silos. This has been the John Report. Thank you.